Colorado, and so they left. Since then, Grand Junction has actually, their economy's gone down the drain. They just recently reinstated the normal tax, and now the industry is coming back. So if you start using taxes against petroleum industries, start using taxes as a levy to get you to go green, you're killing the industry that allowed you to even have that industry in the first place. So it's really kind of a catch-22 in that regard, I feel.
What policy would you implement there?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea. That's a zinger.
Yeah.
But in that regard, I mean, taxes become a punishment, and I don't know if that's constitutional or fair, or I don't know. Obviously, the people who are running the system right now already own the petroleum industries. They're not looking for these kind of advantages. They want to keep petroleum flowing as long as possible. But
does anybody have any comments to that? How taxes can actually harm the current energy industry that we do have, and it may not be the best time to start it with our recession? Correct me if I'm wrong, if you were kind of arguing that it's not really the best time to start taxing. It kind of hurts the jobs we do have.
What I'm saying is when you tax a certain industry and then reward for another industry, when you're already relying on the industry that you're punishing with the tax, it puts you in a really bad position economically.
Any reactions to that? Any other policies that you guys see particularly appropriate, maybe related to approach 3, which is kind of more of the individual lifestyle change?
I think there was one thing that was kind of, actually, since there was that one little bit where the government could regulate, gave government agencies more enforcement powers to ensure certain levels of energy efficiency and conservation. Personally, I'm not for bigger government, but I feel that if it is a huge energy crisis, probably putting one national standard on something is probably a good place to start.
Anybody have any reactions about maybe how that could be implemented? All right. Well, another thing that I thought was pretty interesting that we could maybe talk about was number 5, because this is probably really different than you guys are used to in a debate class, this type of process. How did you guys feel, how did you feel that it differs from your typical class, and what do you guys feel are the advantages and disadvantages of this deliberative style?
Just by engaging, I've learned a lot more than I did coming in, so.
There's a lot of perspectives you get to listen to from every individual in the class. So that's good to open your mind to different possibilities.
Any other reactions?
I think this style makes you think about what you actually believe instead of, like, I think we all came in thinking about or an idea of what we thought about the situation, but having to put it into words forces us to think about it, to understand it better, to explain what we believe.
Yeah, I feel like you can definitely hit an issue versus a debate where there's just 2 sides. You know, you can get all different areas.
What do you guys feel were the most important values that you guys discovered today, either for yourself or for your classmates?
I think for like everything in general just comes down to the money. Where you get the money from and who pays for it. Like who's it?
Anybody else see other important values that were raised? would you guys be willing to give up anything if it would help limit energy consumption? Make any really difficult lifestyle changes to help our energy problem?
I don't think one person giving up something is gonna help, it's gonna take everyone. So, with me, I don't use that much energy anyway, so I may stop doing one thing, but at this point, it's hard to do that, or at least just say it.
Anyone else have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I do too, so.
If we are able to solve the energy issue, or at least find a better way to approach it, how do you see that actually being enacted in 15, 25, 30 years if the energy issue is under control? How do you see life being different?
Well, hopefully it's not under just a regulation where you can only use a certain amount. Hopefully it's we've actually figured out how to increase our wattage, our whatever, our amounts of energy in a way that's not reliant on petroleum. Potentially a more efficient way to grow with the population rather than the dwindling supply of fossil fuels.
Anyone else have anything to add?
I don't know, it's hard to see myself in 20 years, so I mean, I don't know if I could see this in 20 years as well. I'm still waiting on the hoverboards to come out, so. I mean,
Okay. Any other comments before we wrap up? Okay, I think that was a great discussion. I really appreciate everybody's input. And would you please pass back in those lovely charts that I handed to you? And you guys are welcome to leave as soon as we get the desk back. Thank you, everyone.
On your way out, will you put your outline just up here on the side of the select them?